Schools are already releasing their reopening plans, and as we've reported, the Washington Township School District announced it is postponing returning to the classroom. But many other schools plan to open with students in the building. Families across central Indiana have many questions about how those schools plan to keep their kids safe. RTV6's Stephanie Wade is working for you to find out what the state is doing to protect teachers and students.
It's being said both here locally in Marion County.
We feel it's okay for schools to reopen based on the current data that we have.
And by our state health department.
I firmly believe that the best thing for our students is to get them back into the classroom.
Officials want students back in the classroom. But the Indiana State Teachers Association, which represents educators across the state, says many are worried what will happen if they go back in a few weeks.
What resources are in place for staff, for students, and for the community when a student or a teacher dies? Not if, when.
The many questions teachers and families have about returning, whether it's how long someone has to quarantine after a possible exposure, if masks are required 100% of the time, who gets notified of a positive case, and what's the process like? Are all decisions being left to local districts, according to the state health commissioner and state superintendent of public instruction when addressing back-to-school plans last month?
We wish that we had clearer guidance and clearer mandates from health departments or from the state health department.
Dr. Box laid out recommendations and guidelines for schools, but hasn't mandated anything.
The CDC guidance says that schools may have to close for a period of 2 to 5 days, but this isn't written in stone. It really depends on how well you have been able to cohort your students in your school system.
Many teachers fearing schools will reopen, see a spike in cases, and be forced to close weeks later.
We really and truly are asking a large group across the state to put themselves at very high risk and potentially pass away and leave their own families in this situation.
Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
To see the State Department of Education and Department of Health's COVID-19 health and safety reentry recommendations, visit our website at theindychannel.com. You can also look on the RTV6 app. Also on our website, we have broken down how several local school districts plan to return for the fall of 2020. If you're a parent, you should check this out. Again, that's on theindychannel.com and on the RTV6 app.